They'd merely politely greeted each other at department meetings. That was it. Maybe a lunch or two in the cafeteria, but she didn't remember the details. Are we, any of us, close with anybody? Mark scratched his chin. I am. 2 brothers, both married with kids. In fact, Mike is having a barbecue this Sunday, probably the last one before winter. I've been meaning to ask you. I should probably work. The idea of witnessing a happy family was too much to think about right now. What was wrong with her? Okay. He waited until she'd sat before leaning over the open door. 2 dates. And now I'm not sure what's going on. His intelligent brown eyes studied her, while the too musky scent of his cologne wafted in her face. I'm 35 and don't have time for games, promise. Are we going out again or not? She forced a smile. No. He was a nice man, but she'd rather work with supersymmetry or cosmological inflation than spend time with him. Of course, who wouldn't? I think we're better situated as friends. Well, I do appreciate your honesty. As he straightened, his tone indicated that he did not, in fact, appreciate the truth. I'll see you Monday. He shut her door with extra force. Cripes. Maybe the truth had been a mistake, and she should have worked harder to soften her words. Like usual. She started the engine and pulled away from the curb, winding through the cemetery and wondering about Dr. Rashad. The police hadn't indicated any movement on the case, but Promise felt she should do something. Perhaps she'd call on Monday and request a status update. She sped up slightly, and her doors locked. Her shoulders relaxed. It had to be a coincidence that Dr. Gary Fisher, a colleague from Great Britain, was also missing. She'd collaborated with him on a paper several years previous. The wind picked up, and rain splattered against the windshield again. Several roads spread out in different directions. She hadn't been paying close attention when she'd driven in. How stupid of her. So she took the first left, allowing her mind to wander as she drove among the peaceful dead. She flicked on the wipers and turned down another road in the sprawling cemetery. Suddenly, her passenger door was wrenched open, and the damaged lock protested, emitting a screech-popping sound. A man forced his way inside, rocking the car, and slammed the door. Droplets of rain wetted her leather seats. She reacted in slow motion. How was this happening? How had he broken the door lock of her new car? Her eyes widened, and she turned her head to fully face him. That quickly, she recognized him. You were watching me? I was. His voice was low and mangled, gritty, and surpassing hoarse. Those blue eyes were even darker inside the vehicle. Adrenaline flooded her, and she finally reacted, slamming on the brakes and reaching for her door. Her seatbelt constricted her, but she fought it, silent in her desperate bid to escape him. He manacled one incredibly strong hand around her arm and yanked her back into place. Drive. Her shoulders collided with her seat back, and she opened her mouth to scream. Her headache blasted into a migraine instantly. He pressed a gun into her ribcage. Her screams sputtered into a whisper. She looked frantically around, but the road ahead and behind her was empty. I said, drive, he repeated, no inflection in his tired tone. She swallowed, and fear finally engulfed her. The sound she made was so much of a whimper that she winced. My purse is on the floor. Take whatever you want, and get out. Her voice shook almost harder than her hands on the steering wheel. I have what I want. Drive. The gun and his hold on the weapon remained level. He took up more than his own seat, his arms and torso solid muscle. His face was hard and angled, cut in a way that almost looked unreal. His words chilled through her. How was she going to free herself from him? She pressed the gas pedal again and drove along fresh graves, spotting the exit farther ahead. Her heartbeat increased its force, and her ribs ached. What do you want